up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Here we go. One's the mic. Watch it.
X3. 218. Chop. Watch the safety. Hit it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Up past the 25 to the 26. A gain of 5. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Here we go. One's the mic. Watch one. Watch one.
Back to throw. Hamlet. He'll take a shot for the end zone. He rifles one that's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Let's go. 10-2 stop.
You.
Smooth.
Check 91.
Big grip.
Off the play fake. Gilmore. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off play action. Gilmore. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Protein spill. Hey, Zoo. Go.
On third down, Gilmore. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off, because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Looking to throw. Gilmore firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Come on, set. 60 or. Tight dog. Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
6-0 our score after 1.
Ready? 70, Indy. Hey, lock it.
Watch out. Kill.
General West.
Switch. Check. Hot route.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and 4th down coming up. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Off the play fake. Gilmore looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Off play action. Gilmore trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Gilmore. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well-organized, well-coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Operating from the gun. Gilmore steps away to his left. And is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. From the gun, Gilmore. Flush to his right, to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down. The second down, that gives me that option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
2nd and 3. Buying time to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Gilmore. His pass caught with the 4. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. 3rd time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called a desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to second and 15.
Check. Rush in. Fire.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
Hey, Oregon. It's going to be a long day. Get it.
Off the play fake. Hamlin out to his left. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Hey, watch it. 49, check 49. Bam. Hit it.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 41-yard line.
Ready? 15, Lonnie. 15 line.
Cut his left. Cut it.
Ready?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Hamlin escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Callaway, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This will be taken short. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Throwing again. Gilmore. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the gun, Gilmore. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in this.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 21. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a handoff looking right. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
And to give this time to the tailback. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he's got his man on the comebacker. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Off play action. Gilmore. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up fourth. And the Jaguars send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Got it.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Hey, Sam off. Let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. Look at this spin.
Balance.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdown.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't. Listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Turnover that just got them the football back. Obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't think, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards. Looking to throw. Gilmore, wide open receiver, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Back to throw. Gilmore. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 4th down in New Orleans. The gap's getting wider there. The Saints have scored again. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
To throw on 2nd down, Hamlin. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It's a gain of 5, and they're going to face a 3rd down. They had to catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Jacksonville, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. And for Charles Day.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish him. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum, all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue One, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. What state prop you looking bleak now? I was home to sleep designing sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak they listen. Couldn't find it so she fishing. Who the crew? It wasn't you. I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never